We're on the record in cause number 324374, cause number 324376, and cause number 324778. All three cases are styled the state of Texas versus William James Hallis III. Mr. Hallis, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how you doing, Mr. Hallis?
A little damp.
Okay, Mr. Hallis, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Christopher Bynum. Attorney Bynum, how are you doing?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Attorney Bynum, do you have an announcement that you would like to make in Mr. Hallis' case?
Your
Cases?
Honor, Friday afternoon, I filed motions to withdraw on each of the cases.
Oh, okay, hold on a minute. Could we get a copy of those?
I have a copy here.
Okay, no, we have to get it off the court's file. They haven't been e-filed?
I did, I filed them.
I received service on them, Your Honor.
And I did receive acceptance on those.
Did you file a proposed order?
Yes, proposed order for those as well.
Okay.
How are you doing today, Your Honor? You want the-
No, we just have to get it off the,
Yeah,
on the court's file. Yeah, I think he has it in all three cases, so we have to, print me off a copy of each one. Okay. Okay, Mr. Mr. Hallis, I have motions to withdraw in each one of your three cases. Mr. Hallis, did you get a copy of these motions to withdraw?
Yes, Your Honor.
And have you read, well, did you read the motions to withdraw?
I skimmed through this morning, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, well, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you some time to sit down and read it. And then once you finish reading it, we're gonna bring you back up and then we're gonna, we'll go over the motion, okay?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right, so just have a seat. We'll call you back up in a little bit.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we're on the record in two cases. First case is cause number 324650. The second case is cause number 325880. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Patrick Lee Jack. Mr. Jacks, is that your full name? Yes. How you doing, Mr. Jacks? That's good. Mr. Jacks, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Alwyn Samuel. Attorney Samuel, how you doing?
I'm great.
Okay, Mr. Samuel, you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Jack's
Yes,
cases?
Your Honor. This is our first setting. I've received discovery. I've not had an opportunity to go over discovery with Mr. Jack. We're requesting that we have another announcement so that we can go over his discovery and we can make a decision.
Okay, you want a standard reset?
Yes,
Could you give us a reset date? June 28th? Okay, your case is reset for June 28th. Mr. Jacks, your case is reset to June 28th. The attorney is gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, person that's on Zoom that has the iPhone that says Bobby's Galaxy, would you please identify yourself?
Bobby Eugene Roberts, 122379.
Okay, Bobby Eugene Roberts. Okay, Mr. Roberts, you can put your mic on mute.
All right.
All right. Okay. He's represented by Dustin Galmore. Yeah, that's Miss. She was at the bottom of page 2. It's Moles. That's London Moles.
London Mold.
Yeah. Mr. Parker, you ready on your case?
Yes, Your Honor. I just need papers to plead for.
Okay. Is that yeah, the cabinet?
Party, is that him?
Yeah, but yeah, he's gonna
He's in the hallway on this side.
yeah, you can bring him in to sign him up.
Gilbert Valdez. Gilbert Valdez. Gilbert Valdez.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Approach your.
Yeah, hold on. Prosecutor. Got somebody else who came on Zoom too. Okay. Is this in reference to Mr. Valdez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you come forward. Okay, we're on the record in cause numbers 324120, cause number 325074, and cause number 328076. All three cases are styled the state of Texas versus Gilbert Wayne Valdez Jr. The name of Mr. Valdez was called in the courts at the courthouse door by the bailiff. Mr. Valdez has not answered. However, his attorney, Mr. Alvin Samuel, is present in court. Mr. Samuel?
Yes, Your Honor. I've called Mr. Valdez 3 times and he's not present.
Right.
I have court next door and I
Okay.
have to go to Harris County, so I like.
He can, I tell you, Mr. Val, he could appear by telephone, Zoom. If he appears, I guess you can leave a number with the court coordinator where she can maybe contact you, or we can contact your office and they can notify you. But this is just the beginning of our docket, so he may appear
I understand.
sometime during the docket.
Would appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you,
All right.
sir.
Okay, who else we have? Oh. We're back on our record and, let's see, William James Hallis III, cases, cause number 324374, cause number 324376, cause number 324778. All three cases are styled the state of Texas versus William James Hallis III. Is that your full name?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Hallis, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Hallis, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your
You may put your hand down. Again, Mr. Hallis, how are you doing?
Honor. Just a little damp, how are you, Judge?
Yeah, I understand it's raining outside. I'm doing fine.
Sorry.
Thanks for asking. Excuse me. Whoever has Luis Garcia, would you please put your mic on mute?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, now, Mr. Hallis. Prior to us taking a recess, the court received a motion to withdraw in each one of your cases that was filed by your attorney, Mr. Christopher Bynum. And you acknowledged to the court that you received a copy of these motions. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you had an opportunity to read the motions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you read the motions?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you understand what you read?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you have any objections to Mr. Bynum withdrawing as your attorney in this case?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Redmond?
Yes, sir.
We need to get we're gonna sign the motions to withdraw, and we're gonna have to reappoint another lawyer. Now, let me ask you this here. Mr. Bynum was appointed in this case, is that correct?
Yes, Your
Yes,
Honor.
Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, so, May the 17th. Okay. Let's see who's next up. Okay, the next,
Your Honor, there was only one really, like, there was a little baby discrepancy in here. It said, that I was received it prior to the docket being called. I don't know, I'm sure that makes no difference, but,
okay, you saying,
I showed up like at 8:45-ish. So.
okay, the docket was called when your name was called. You was the
Yes,
first,
when he
you was
called
the
my
first.
name, then I received the paperwork, just to let you know that it was.
Okay, so you're saying that at the time that, your name was called, your attorney provided you with a copy of the motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Your Honor, may I interject?
yes,
I handed Mr. Hallis the copies of the motions while he was sitting outside prior to the court convening.
okay. Now, other than that, do you have any objections with
Negative.
Mr. Bynum withdrawing as your attorney?
Negative, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Oh, so, the next person, your next attorney is gonna be, Matthew Brent Turk. Okay,
Yes, Your Honor.
so, have a seat in the gallery, and when the coordinator is ready for you, she's gonna call you up. Oh, he can come, okay, she said you can go over there now. Stand on the X on the end. And, Mr. Bynum, you released off this case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You released. And you, Mr. Hallis, once you finish here, you're excused and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Bynum, you're excused as well and you have a blessed day. All right, thank you. Julie. There's a plea on the tablet. Mr. Parker has signed up. His name is Hardy.
Yes, Your Honor. I need to speak with Mr. Parker regarding that. So I'm
Okay.
coming down right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Come on. We're on the record in two cases. First case is clause number 326378. Second case is clause number 327840. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Tracy M. Samuel or Tracy Marie Samuel. We have Ms. Samuel appearing in court. Is that your full name, Tracy
Yes,
Marie
sir.
Samuel? How you doing, Ms. Samuel?
I'm okay.
That's good. Now, Ms. Samuel, you are represented by Attorney Bruce Cobb. Attorney Cobb is appearing via Zoom. Attorney Cobb, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, that's good. Mr. Cobb, do you have an announcement that you would like to make on Ms. Samuel's cases?
At this time, she has not seen the video, the discovery, and I don't have a plea offer at this time. And if we can get a reset for, a short period of time, I think we'll be able to dispose of this hopefully by plea. And I think that might be what Ms. Samuel wants to do. If she'd rather plea,
Okay.
if we could do that, that would be fine.
Okay, would the standard reset be fine?
That would be great, Your Honor.
Okay, okay, the case is reset to June 28th. We're gonna set it for a plea. Ms. Samuel, you can get your reset here in court. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
All right,
Yes,
just
sir.
stand over there on the X in front of the court coordinator. Yes. Okay, now, Mr. Cobb, I see that you have another client on the docket by the name of Gustavo
Gomez Vasquez.
Vasquez.
Yes.
I think the bailiff called his name earlier at the courthouse door and he did not answer. Mr. Bailiff, would you call that name again?
Yes, Your Honor. One thing, can I point something out? His wife died recently. That's maybe the reason why he's not here.
Okay, have you talked to him?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you know he can either appear by Zoom or by telephone. He doesn't have to appear in person.
I didn't advise him about appearing in by
Okay,
Zoom.
we can give you some time to make contact with him, to call him and see if he can, get him to appear by one of those two methods.
I'll try to do that, Your Honor.
Okay, I think is that the only other case that you had?
Yes, Your Honor. I think that's
Okay,
it.
so, we'll give you some time to do that. And, until you get back with us, you have a blessed day.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Yeah, Mr. Cobb, what you say? Who? Yeah, oh, it said, the court coordinator said, once you make contact with him, either try to appear via Zoom, while we're in session, or, call the office.
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
do that.
All right, thank you.
Well, I need to talk to the prosecutor.
There's one right there. Julie, did you send the audit report attached that we normally attach to the discovery certification?
No, I'll send it right now, Your Honor.
Okay, thanks. We're on the record in cause number 324634. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Justin Anthony Hardy. Mr. Hardy, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hardy, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Hardy, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Hardy?
I'm good, yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Mr. Hardy. I have before me an information that states that on or about March 3rd of 2019, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to Class B misdemeanor offense of possession of marijuana. Mr. Hardy, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Hardy, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hardy, I have before me a document that is titled to misdemeanor plea admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this document also is labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. On page 2 of this document, are these your initials on the line next to the box that's checked guilty?
Yes, sir.
And on the third page of this document, Mr. Hardy, is this your signature above the line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
I have another document here. This document is titled the Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, Mr. Hardy. And do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature on the line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are two boxes that's checked up here. First box states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. You
Yes, sir.
understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving or giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Parker, that second box, I think you kind of checked both. And Mr. Hardy, I also have another document here. This document is titled the Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature on the second line of this document
Yes, sir.
that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Hardy, prior to signing all of these documents that I just mentioned, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer State's Exhibit Number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objection.
Okay, no objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Parker, you have advised and counseled Mr. Hardy. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Hardy, your attorney, Mr. Parker, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Hardy, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. And I will also find that your plea of guilty and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, it's for a $300 fine
And plus court costs?
Yes,
plus court costs.
he's gonna pay that today right now, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Hardy, the state is offering that you pay a fine of $300 plus court costs of $292, and it comes to a total of $592. Mr. Hardy, would you be able to pay the $592 today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Hardy, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
Do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Hardy, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Hardy, stand on the X next to your attorney. You're gonna follow the directions of our court clerk. And once you finish following those directions, you'll be free to leave and to make your payment.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And you have a blessed
We need
day.
to bring the receipt back up here?
Yes.
Okay,
And Mr. Parker, you have a blessed day as well.
thank you, Judge.
Mr. Hardy, can I get your right thumbprint on that blue light?
Gonna do her. We're on the record in cause number 325142. The case is styled the state of Texas versus London Marie Moles. We have Ms. Moles appearing via Zoom. Ms. Moles, you can take your mic off of mute. Okay, how you doing, Ms. Moles?
Good.
Okay, Ms. Moles, your attorney is Mr. Tom Kelly, and Mr. Kelly is present here in court.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Kelly. How are you doing?
Good, Judge, thank you.
That's good. Mr. Kelly, do you have an announcement you'd like to make in Ms. Moles' case?
Judge, the felony case has been resolved, I think. I was in trial last week down the hall, wasn't able to speak with Ms. Moles. If you can give us a final announcement, I think we're going to be ready on this.
Okay, standard, what's that date?
June 28th.
Okay, it's gonna be reset to June 28th. You can get your reset. Once you get your reset, Mr. Kelly, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Ms. Moles, your attorney has reset your case. Your case has been reset to June 28th of 2021. Stay in contact with your attorney. This will conclude your case. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. You
And
have a
thank
blessed
you.
day as well.
All right, and thanks for being patient with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. And just for, why don't you come on up, Mr. Kelly?
Thanks, Judge.
Okay, and just for the record, Ms. Moles had 3 cases, cause number 325142, cause number 325148, and cause number 325152. And all these 3 cases will be set on the same day for the same announcement. Is that
Understood,
correct?
Your Honor.
All right. Okay. We're on the record in cause number 326448. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Daniel Benoit Jr. Mr. Benoit, would you come forward?
President Council.
Okay, Mr. Benoit, how are you doing? That's good. Mr. Benoit, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Tom Kelly. Mr. Kelly, what is your announcement on this case?
Like a jury trial.
Okay, we can reset it for a jury trial. Give us a trial date. Okay, the 23rd? Yes, August 23rd. Okay, it'll be reset to August the 23rd, file trial date. And Mr. Kelly, you can get your reset. Mr. Benoit, you want your attorney to get your reset, you'll be free to go. You have a blessed day. And Mr. Kelly, you have a blessed day as well.
Same to you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. We on the record in cause number 325726. Case is style of State of Texas versus Hunter Michael Knox. We have Mr. Knox appearing via Zoom. We have Mr. Knox attorney, Mr. Dustin Galmore, who is appearing in person. Mr. Knox, how are you doing?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Galmore, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Judge. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Galmore, do you have an announcement you'd like to make in this case?
Yes, Judge, let's take a trial.
Okay, okay. Because it was on the pre-trial. Okay. Want to reset it for trial? Give us the trial date.
August the 23rd.
Okay, the case is gonna be reset to August 23rd. Mr. Galmore will give you your reset here in court. Mr. Benoit, your attorney, excuse me, not Mr. Benoit, Mr. Knox, your attorney is gonna be giving your reset. Stay in contact with your attorney. This will conclude your case and you are free to go. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
I have one.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she needs you to sign something. The coordinator needs you to make a sign.
I'm sorry.
We're on the record in cause number 326426. The case is styled of State of Texas versus Bobby Eugene Roberts. We have Mr. Roberts appearing via Zoom. Mr. Roberts, how are you doing?
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Okay, I think you're having some technical difficulties, but we can see his face. Now, Mr. Roberts, you're here represented by Dustin Galmore. Mr. Galmore, you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Roberts' case?
Yes, Judge, we're working on resolving this case without the necessity of a trial. I'd like an opportunity to get with the new, I'd like to get an opportunity to get with the state, see if we can get a revised deal in this case out.
Okay, so you're gonna reset it to a standard reset?
Yes.
June 28th.
Okay, it's gonna be reset to June 28th. You can get your reset. Now, Mr. Roberts, your attorney has reset your case. The case is still on the announcement docket. It's scheduled for June 28, 2021. Stay in contact with your attorney. This will conclude your case and you have a blessed day. I think he just went out. Okay, he's having some technical difficulties. Are you back?
Yeah, we lost you.
Okay, yeah, your case is being reset, Mr. Roberts. Just stay in contact with your attorney and you have a blessed day. Your reset date is June 28, 2021.
Yes, sir. You have a blessed day. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And this will conclude your case, Mr. Galmore.
Thank you.
You have a blessed day as well. We're on the record in cause number 325410. Case is styled State of Texas versus Samantha A. Hudson. Mr. Bailiff, would you please get Mr. Hudson, Ms. Hudson? Now, for the record, your name is Samantha A. Hudson?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Hudson?
I'm doing okay.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Hudson, you're represented by Attorney Bruce Smith. Attorney Smith, how are you doing?
Fine, Your Honor, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Smith, you have an announcement that you'd like to make in Ms. Hudson's case?
Yes, Your Honor, we're asking that there is a felony case that is actually set at drug court today.
Oh, right. Okay.
And
Well, I
we're
see it
asking
on the
that
document.
In this case, this case will be disposed of by the felony disposition.
Okay.
And
So you have to go to the felony court this afternoon?
Yes, Your Honor, and just to, in all, be open with the court. This is we're, both the state and I have agreed for her case to be continued
Oh,
because there is a witness that has taken full responsibility for this, that the DA's office needs to interview.
okay. Did y'all have a reset date?
Not yet,
Okay.
but we know it will be reset.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll reset now, do you want this case reset on that same date?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so what we'll do is, I guess you'll check to let us know what that reset date is, and we'll check as well to see if we can find, I guess it'll be reset sometime today.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so that's what we'll do. So we'll reset this case with your felony case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, and this is the only case she has here. So Ms. Hudson, to stay in contact with your attorney, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day. And is this your only case, Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too.
Should get Colton Goodman. Just hold on. We're gonna get you. Yeah, he done went off. We got Mr. LeBlanc.
We got somebody living, I wonder if that's the thing.
Okay. Okay, hold on a minute. Oh, no, I think he might have him with him. Okay, we're on the record in cause number 325980. The case is styled of State of Texas versus Robert Louis LeBlanc, excuse me, Robert Louis Goldberg. Mr. LeBlanc, is that Mr. Goldberg that's with you?
Yes, yes, Your Honor, it is.
Okay, so he's here. Mr. Goldberg is appearing via Zoom. His attorney, Mr. Todd LeBlanc, is also appearing via Zoom. Mr. Goldberg, now, do you pronounce it Goldberg or Gobert?
On the other side of the river is Gobert, on this side is Goldberg.
Oh, okay, all right. I understand. Okay, Mr. Goldberg, how are you doing?
Fine, sir. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And Mr. LeBlanc, how are you doing?
Good, Judge. Thanks for asking.
And just for the record, LeBlanc on this side of the river is pronounced the same way on the other side of the river. LeBlanc.
Yes, I believe so.
All right. Now, Mr. LeBlanc, do you have an announcement that you would like to make in this case?
Yes, Judge. If we could have a little more time, Mr. Gobert has had some medical issues, and we've got to have some time to go over this discovery and for him to make a decision.
Okay. Could you look up and see we got some bond conditions in this case? Let's see, this is a second. Okay, just hold on a minute. I'm trying to. I see that this is a DWI second. Want to make sure he has some bond conditions if he. No. Okay.
I believe he does, Your Honor. He hadn't been driving, so.
Yeah, but we don't have a record of it, so I just have to, now, let's do this here. Mr. Goldberg, I have some bond conditions that I'll have to go over with you. And it's titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2. And it reads, following the arrest and or accusation in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
And condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who, A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol, and the test indicates the presence of drugs or alcohol in the defendant's body, and that's pursuant to Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.44, Section A2 and Section C2. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Now, condition number 3 normally applies when there is a complaining witness in the case. So we'll go to condition number 4. Now, condition number 4 applies for any DWI second or higher DWI case. And so you have a DWI second, so it applies in your case. So let me read condition number 4. It says a defendant who has been arrested or accused of any subsequent offense listed under section 49.09 through 49.06 of the Texas Penal Code shall not operate any motor vehicle unless the vehicle is equipped with an interlock device mechanism that makes impractical the operation of the vehicle if ethyl alcohol is detected in the breath of the operator, and said device shall be installed at the defendant's expense with written verification of such installation being submitted to the court on or before, as be the 10th day after today. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this condition of bond will be sent to your attorney today. Hope if you're still there, you'll be able to get a copy of it. Now, Mr. LeBlanc, Boba's case is being reset. What is that court date? Okay, his court date is June 28th of 2021. Your reset will be sent to you, and along with the conditions of bond. Now, Mr. Goldberg, this will conclude your case. You have a blessed day, and you're excused. And Mr. LeBlanc, I think this is the only case that you have in this case. So you were excused, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can't hear anything.
Okay, the gentleman that's on Galaxy A01, would you please put your mic on mute? That's the wrong one.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay. We're on the record in two cases. First case is cause number 324644. Second case is cause number 324648. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Colton Ray Goodman. Mr. Goodman, would you please come forward? Let's see. Mr. Goodman, how are you doing?
Yeah.
That's good. Now, Mr. Goodman, you are here represented by your attorney, Mr. David Grove. Mr. Grove, how are you doing?
Good, good.
Okay, Mr. Grove, you have an announcement that you'd like to make?
Yes, sir. I'd like to ask for one more reset because I'm negotiating with the prosecutor. I received some more information today. I don't think we'll be able to resolve it today, but we probably will be before the next
Court setting?
court setting, if we could have a reset, and I think that hopefully we'll resolve.
Standard reset will be fine, 30 days?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the case is gonna be reset on the announcement docket for June 28th. Mr. Grove, you can get your reset. Mr. Goodman, once your attorney give you your reset, you'll be free to go. And you have a case is being reset to June 28th. All right.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Please call, okay, we're on the record in cause number 326090, State of Texas versus Victor Pastrana. Can you please call the name of Victor Pastrana? Okay, would you come forward? Okay. Your full name is Victor Pastrana?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Pastrana?
Good.
That's good, Mr. Pastrana. You're here with your attorney, Mr. Langston Adams. Attorney Adams, how are you doing? You have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Pastrana's case?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe that, when we came, we set the case so we could watch the video. He did come to my office and watch the case.
So you want to reset it for trial? Okay. Give us a trial date. Okay, we're gonna reset it to August the 23rd of 2021. Mr. Adams, you can get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day, Mr. Pastrana. You'll be free to go as well. You have a blessed day. Thank you. Let me see.
No.
You can have him come up. We're on the record in cause number 326490, case of style, the state of Texas versus Azende Johnson. Is that your full name?
Yes.
I'm present, Your Honor.
Okay, how you doing, Ms. Johnson? Okay, that's good. Ms. Johnson, you're here, and you're represented by your attorney, Mr. Wright Kimbler, who is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Kimbler, how are you doing?
Fine, Your Honor. I'm over in drug court.
Okay, Mr. Kimbler, you have an announcement that you'd like to make in Ms. Johnson's case?
Set it for trial, Your Honor.
Have y'all? You broke up at the end.
Set it for trial.
Could you repeat that?
Trial.
Okay, all right, we'll reset it for trial. What's that date?
August 23rd.
Okay, that reset date is August 23rd. We're gonna send you a reset, Mr. Kimbler. I think this is your only case, so you're free to go, and we'll give the reset, your client a reset in the courtroom.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, okay, you're free to go. You have a blessed day, Miss.
You too.
Thank you. Ms. Johnson, once you get your reset, you're free to go and have a blessed day.
The last one on that page, Your Honor, Richard Vasquez, he did check back in at 10 o'clock. He's back from felony court, so they reset that.
Have him come on up. We're on a record in two cases, cause number 328720 and cause number 329186. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Richard Edward Vasquez. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Vasquez?
Good.
Okay, now, Mr. Vasquez, you had a felony case that was set today, and it's my understanding that that felony case was reset. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And also in these cases, used to hire an attorney. Have you hired your attorney yet?
Still in the process of hiring Mr. Reynolds.
Okay.
We've been talking on the phone, but we haven't got face to face yet.
Okay, so we're gonna reset this case to your same felony court date.
Okay.
Okay, and you're gonna do the same thing when you finish there, you come here, check in, and then go there. Once you finish there, you come back here.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna stand on the X in front of the court coordinator to get your reset. Once you get your reset in your cases, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Okay, you too, sir.
June 28th? Okay. Okay. Gilthorpe is representing Mr. Garcia. Is that's somebody on Galaxy A1, A01? Who is that again? Who is that? Sir, on Zoom, on Galaxy A01, would you please state your name?
Yeah.
Galaxy A01?
Yes, sir.
No, not you, Mr. Garcia. I see your name, but it's another gentleman on there. It just appears as Alec Galaxy A01. Mr. Cobb, is that your client? Mr. Cobb, you're on mute. You have to take your mic off of mute.
Yes, that's him. That's Mr. He doesn't understand. I've got to tell him, I've got to tell him to answer you.
Yeah, I think somebody was in the room before and they took the mic, they put the mic on mute for him.
Yeah, he did, and I'm trying to get a hold of him right now, and all of a sudden his thing's fading out.
Well, I think he took it off of the video or something.
Well, wait a minute.
That's what it looks like.
I don't know what his deal is.
Yeah, he's still connected, but he's off of video. The video and the mic is on mute. I know he has been connected for a while.
I'm trying to text him.
Okay.
Now he's coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, he has the video on. He must be trying to get the mic off of mute.
Yeah.
But anyway, Mr. Cobb, that is okay. We're on the record in calls number 322-623 and calls number 324-253. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Gustavo Gomez Vasquez. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, now Mr. Vasquez case is on the court's announcement docket. Mr. Vasquez, well, not Mr. Vasquez, but he's off of mute now.
He says he can't hear anything for some reason, his audio.
Okay, but he can, okay, he can, okay. Yeah, he can see us and we can see him.
Yeah.
I have to put the phone to my ear to hear.
Okay, we hear you. We hear you now.
Yeah,
Now,
I have to put the phone to my ear so I can hear.
okay, you may have to turn your volume up. But anyway, Mr. Cobb, do you have an announcement that you like to make in Mr. Vasquez cases?
Well, he's going to plead, Your Honor. The only thing about it is I still have to work a couple of things out with the DA's office, but he will plead, and he's got a death in the family. His wife just died.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. And Mr. Vasquez, you have my sincere condolences.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Now, Mr. Cobb, you want a standard reset?
I think a standard reset will work.
It's going to be announced. Well, we'll put it on plea docket. Okay, it's going to be on June 28th of 2021. Mr. Cobb, your reset will be sent to you. Mr. Vasquez, just stay in contact with your attorney. And again, you have my condolences. This will conclude your case, and you have a blessed day. You are excused.
Thank you, sir. You too.
And Mr. Cobb, your reset will be sent to you. And this will conclude your cases as well, Mr. Cobb, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you.
We're gonna be in a recess.